I'm Westerbrink from the Netherlands. I'm here for the first time in South Korea to teach students older music by Bach and North German composers. In Korea, I love it to have this the change in character or in things they are saying and things they are stressing to what's important and what's not important. So there are really important changes. They give the impression that they want to know and to learn everything. So they ask me several things, questions, just listen, ask, play, ask again, play again, and as much as possible. So eager to learn, that's important.
저는 장로회신학대학교 교회음악대학원에 재학 중인 오르간 전공 최예리입니다. 제가 오늘 연주할 곡은 게오르그 뱀의 Vater, unser, im Himmelreich, 하늘에 계신 우리 아버지라는 곡인데요. 이 코랄을 가지고 많은 작곡가들이 작곡을 많이 했지만 그 곡들보다 더 아름다운 것 같아서 고른 것 같습니다. 오르간은 악기의 제왕이라고 불리우잖아요. 그래서 정말 아기자기한 작은 소리부터 압도되는 웅장한 소리까지 가장 최대 음역대를 가진 게 오르간의 매력이 아닐까 생각합니다. 북독일 음악만의 특별한 레지스트레이션을 배우고 싶고 어떻게 하면 이 곡 안에서 장식음을 자연스럽게 풀어낼 수 있는지 배우고 싶습니다.
Thank you so much. Well done. This piece, Vater, unser by Georg Böhm, is one of the showpieces of the North German 17th century style. It's a very famous piece. What I would like to do this morning, to invite you to look anew to this piece, to this composition, with new eyes, so to say. And so what's actually written in the score, and not to think, oh yes, I know about the tempo, I know about the structure, but just to discuss it anew. That would be very interesting. So you're performing, and your performance is excellent, it's fine, I loved it. It's a beautiful start of the day, but new eyes. That's why I'm here, and so that's why you are playing it. So I would love to do that with you. So about the composition, Vater unser im Himmelreich is a famous church song, the Vater unser, the Lord's Prayer. Da 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 dum bum. That's the first line. So the melody is in the soprano, and there's a kind of accompaniment. So we discuss that later. Georg Böhm is a very important composer of the Norse-German style of the 17th century. So the piece is Norse-German origin style. So he was working in Lüneburg, near Hamburg. So a very beautiful, very cultural center, and this piece and the composer and the style, it belongs to the highlights of North German organ culture of the 17th century. So let's have a closer look to this piece. As I said, the melody, the chorale, is in the soprano, and in the time of Böhm, it was unusual to only play the chorale. A time before it was done, so in long notes, pa 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 pam pam pam. But Böhm, he belongs to the later generation of this style, and so he tries to make a real expressive solo melody out of it. So you have to imagine that someone is singing this melody. So not only to play it, but just to sing it like a singer. And that's why we have all these ornaments and all this ornamentation. Ta 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 dum pa ta ta dum ta da pa 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 da 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 dum. Whatever you are doing. So and that's written in this score. And the problem is there are two scores. One is without ornamentation, and there's the one you are playing with a lot of ornamentation. The only thing is we don't know how Böhm would have performed this piece. I only can say that someone later had the score in his hands and added all kinds of ornamentation. This person felt free to add a lot of ornaments, and you are also free to do what you want. You are free to play this piece like a singer. So that's the first thing we want to practice now. So we have the expression, the soprano is singing. Imagine the soprano. And we also need the bass part and the left hand for the harmony, but also for the pulse. So when we are free, it's kind of boring, because where do I have to listen to? But when you have this pulse, tak dum ta dum pa dum pam pam. Vater unter dum pa pa pam pa pa pam pam pa da 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 dum pa pa pa. So the most important thing is the pulse, and you are doing it very well. It was very steady, so nice, like a continuo. So the basics and your basics are okay. I would propose to play it a little bit faster. When I listen to your tempo, it's a kind of 4 beats in the bar, but it should be dum pum 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 dum dum cha dum pum 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 pum. Could you try, please? Left hand. Maybe still a little bit faster. Dum pum cha-dum pa-dum pum. And the accent is on the first note. Pum pum pum. So the first is strong, and the other notes in the pedal are light. Dum pum pum pum. Dum 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 pum 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 pum. Dum cha dum pa dum ta dum pa dum pum pum. Pa dum dum. Ta-da-dum, pa-dum, pa-da-da-dum, pa-dum, pa-dum. Okay, can you start? Can you continue? I play the melody. So, I give you the freedom to do more. Maybe you'll feel a little bit uncomfortable about it, but just do it. And when you're back at home, don't do it. But now for me and for us, just try it. So the accents are really accents, and the ornamentation should really be legato. Tja-da-dum, pa-dum. So there's a difference between strong and weak. And I think that is the most important thing for the first thing to discuss about this piece. So just one more time, the entry. So remember just the continuo, the cello player. Follow the pedal. Weak, strong. So I think this sounds to me more natural and more it's an ongoing movement. You could still do a little bit more. Dum bum 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 bum. Also the leaps. Bum 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 bum. Do dum do dum do dum. Dum bum dum do 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 do. And so on. This is much better. Can you try that combined with the left hand? Dum drum bum 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 strong bum bum dum da da dum da dum dum. For instance, this ornament, you play ta-da-da, but ta-da-dum. So it's on the beat, and if it's a very active fingering, ta-da-dum, da-dum, ba-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-dum. The problem maybe is that it's a very relaxed piece. But when you play this in a relaxed way, ta-da-dum, pa, and you are dreaming away, because it's kind of romantic. But you have to be very active with your fingers. Ta-da-dum, pam, instead of ta-da-da-da, ta-da-dum, pa-dum, pa-pam. So you are very active, so you are a dreamer. So it's just, oh, beautiful. Ta-da-dum, pa-dum, pa-pa-pam. Maybe we need a little more, a little bit stronger registration in the left hand, a warmer sound. Maybe you can try it with an extra salicional. So a little bit more warm sound, yes? Can you start from the beginning? So the pulse on the first note and then on the third beat, pam, 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 pam. The fingers are very active in the ornaments. Tadam, tam, tadam, pam. And in the meantime, you feel very relaxed. You're relaxed and you have to be very active. Okay? Yeah, fine. Pam, padam, pam, padam. Don't forget the left hand. Pum, 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 pum. Okay. To me, it sounds very differently from the first time she started. So it's not only a little bit faster, but I feel the drive, the pulse. Dum, pum, pum, pum. So now we have the pulse and we have the basics in the left hand, so that's fine. You are doing this very well. And now I would ask to be a real singer and put more freedom. So you don't need to play exactly how the ornament is written out. It's just feel free. You only have to be in time on the next line. Dum, da, 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 dum, ba, da, dum. Da dum bum, jam bum. So I'm only listening because I am sitting in the church, in the service, and listening to the melody. Of course, I know it, and I am praying. That was the meaning of these pieces. You are praying the Lord's Prayer, and meanwhile the organist is playing. So it was a kind of meditation music. Tam, pam, pa, ta, ta, ta. And what you are doing is just embellishment, ornamentation. And so it's written out, but it's done by someone who liked this piece and, oh, I will write the ornamentation in. But you are free to do more. You are free to do less. So for instance, on the first note, there is a mordant, a ta-da-dum. So why? It's on a weak beat, dum, dum. So you could leave it out if you want. So the first without ornamentation, fa, ta-da-dum, ta-da-da-da-dum, pa-pam. Whatever you want. So you can do. Please think out of the box. So if you will stick to rules and reading books how to play music, and especially the older music, the North German music that I am teaching, then you have only the half of the story. So you have to take your freedom to do what you want, and that's the most difficult part. I always call it think out of the box. And the second thing is just be a little bit humble. So humility. I'm playing this music my whole life, but I'm not sure that I know enough. I always wanted to know more and more and more because there is so much to learn and to listen. So it's never finished. We continue with the second line. The second line is. Da, da, do, 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 do. Again, the singer. Can you start with the intermezzo? Active. Dum, bum, bum, da, dum, bum. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pam, or tam, da-da-da-da-dum. But you have to be exactly in time. Da-da-da-da-da-dum, of ta-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pam, da-da-da-dum. Whatever you want. Da-da-da-pa-pa-pa-pam. Yeah, you are playing ta-ta-tam, pa-ta. You can also do tam, ta-da-dum, pa-pa-pam. One more time the second line. Because when we concentrate on the first and the second line, because the third and the fourth are the same. So there's no difference. So when you know the principle with freedom and basics, it's fine. I think we concentrate on the first and the second line because the third and the fourth and the fifth are the same. So when we understand the expression in the right hand and the left hand with the pulse, then it's okay, then it's fine. And then I think we should conclude. Wonderful presentation. Thank you very much.
저는 오늘 마스터 클래스를 통해서 너무나도 유쾌하시고 음악에 진지하시고 섬세하신 피터 교수님께 레슨 받을 수 있어서 너무 영광이었고 오늘 레슨 받은 것을 토대로 다시 음악을 만들어 가보고 싶습니다. 그리고 오늘 템포도 좀 더 땡기고 장식음을 좀 더 빨리 하고 왼손과 페달 반주 부분은 현악기 보잉하듯이 박자에 잘 맞춰서 연습하면 더 좋은 음악이 만들어질 것 같다고 하신 교수님의 말씀을 듣고 더 열심히 해보겠습니다.
안녕하세요. 장로회 신학대학교 교회음악학과 오르간 전공 이유빈입니다. 제가 선택한 곡은 북스테우데 프렐류드 G마이너 작품 번호 149번입니다. 제가 이 곡을 선택한 이유는 웨스터브링크 교수님께서는 북독일 음악의 굉장히 세계적인 권위자로 알려져 계신데요. 저 또한 북독일 악파의 대표적인 작곡가 북스테우데 곡을 꼭 교수님께 배워보고 싶다고 생각했습니다. 제가 생각했던 바로 그 음악은 절제되지만 그 안에서 움직임이 있다고 생각을 했었습니다. 근데 교수님의 연주를 보고 나니까 움직이는 그 선율 사이에서 그 바로크 시대만의 반짝반짝함의 느낌이 일어났고 또 선율들이 진행되면서 그 진행의 에너지가 느껴졌습니다. 그 에너지가 관객들에게 느껴지면서 마치 바로크 시대에 온 것 같은 그런 전율이 느껴졌습니다. 그냥 터치감만 배우는 것이 아니라 바로크 시대에 맞는 터치감 그리고 그에 맞게 움직이는 선율적인 리듬감 또한 배우고 싶습니다.
Yeah, thank you. This piece also is a showpiece in the North German style. So it's maybe one of the most famous pieces by Buxtehude and one of the most famous pieces of the North German style. So again, an excellent choice, also because there is so much to tell about this piece. So you have some pieces by Buxtehude you just have to play, but this piece is a very exciting piece and also all those different styles, and so we can discuss for hours on it. So I will try in half an hour to discuss with you some things. So it's divided in several parts, and every part is in a different style. So Buxtehude is giving, in just this piece, a compendium of all the styles from his days. So we had the Italian style, we had the French style, we had of course the North German style, and we had the old Palestrina style still, so the old-fashioned vocal counterpoint. Of course, I should say, in the North German toccata style. So it's quite virtuosic, and with a ostinato in the pedal, pam, pa, 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 several times, and then it's closed. And then starts a totally different, concerning the style part, and I have always in mind a choir singing this part. It's in the old vocal style, like we know from Palestrina, so you should have in mind a choir that's just singing this second part. Da, 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 dum, and so on. And then we have the Corelli style, the new Italian style, with the walking bass. Pam, 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 the chords in the right hand. So imagine the Palestrina style, tam, pa, da, tam, like a choir is singing, and then suddenly, pam, 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 pam. And then we are missing only one style, and that's the French style, and that's the second fugue. So, pam, pa, pam, 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 pam. Also, this rhythm is also very French. So it's French style fugue, but we are in Germany. So at the end, still the toccata reappears. So the last few bars are again in the North German toccata style. So North German style, Palestrina style, Italian style, Corelli, for instance, Vivaldi, Corelli. Then the French style, and at the end, again, the North German style. So that's the general overview of diverse parts in different styles. And so the French are different people from the Italian, and the old-fashioned Palestrina style is very different from the other style. And the North Germans wanted to impress with their big organs and with their big churches with acoustics of 6, 7, 8 minutes. They want to just impress, to show their virtuosity. So you have to serve as an actor in different roles. So first you are the virtuoso lady who is preparing the persons for a surprise. So what's happening here? And so then all this virtuosity, and in the pedal, pam, 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 pam. So you are the queen sitting behind the organ. You have pulled all the stops. So you are sitting at the manuals, at the keyboard, and downstairs, down in the church, are listening the people, and you are gonna surprise them. So yes, you start, and then you continue. Please try as fast as possible. And to make as much sound, you can play it almost legato. Almost legato, because it's only one harmony, G minor. So, just start. Surprise us. It's much better to me. And you have to think, of course, this is difficult, but the important thing is in the pedal. Bam, bam. When you are too early in the pedal, is missing the effect. So it's bam, bam. Not too fast, not too early. But you did it very well. Just one time again. And maybe non-legato, because then it has more weight. Pom, 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 pom. So not legato, a little bit detached. To me, it sounds more convincing, much better than the first time, because you are showing your virtuosity, and it's just wonderful to listen to it. So, what is she doing? What's happening? Pom, pom. So, people in the church are just astonished. There is one interesting thing about articulation. We have this rhythm. So 3 in articulation, but you can also do so 6 together. So you can change. That's a small difference, but it sounds very nice. So you could try. Yeah, so now I'm hearing all the time, it's fine. And could you try now? Yes, and now. So now I'm hearing all the time, try also the other one. You did it the first time. Yeah, so just a combination. Yeah, you can think it in 3 together, or so, and it's up to her when you do this articulation. So if you don't want it at all, it's fine. If you want to do it all the time, to change it every measure, it's fine. But it's a possibility to change your articulation. And it sounds differently. Yeah, the same. Now the other. So what if you want? Okay, fine. So if you want, it's now a rule, it's just freedom of your interpretation. One more time with the pedal. Yeah, from the start, from the beginning. I added the 30-foot principle. It's not because I think, oh, that's nice to do, but you should experience the difference between 32-foot added or without. Can you play just from here? And I will add it and will leave it out. And to experience the difference, a 32-foot gives much more power and much more foundation. There is no instrument so differently as the organ. So when you play a violin is a violin, a clarinet is a clarinetto. But the organ, all the organs are so very differently. So when I came here to play this organ, you have to just to adjust yourself one whole day, just to make acquaintance with the instrument. And that's so fascinating. So I'm going to France or to England, and I don't know what to expect. Of course, I have a picture, and maybe the specification of all the stops, all the sounds the organ has, but I have to conquer the instrument. So now we are going to the old style. To me, it's just a choir singing. And we have a soprano and the altos and the tenor and the bass. In this fugue, you played the bass on the trumpet. So you are suggesting that the bass part is different from the other part. And I think it isn't. So I would propose just a beautiful a combination of 8 foots and maybe a 4-foot, and just with a much singing quality. So you played it a little bit detached, bum, 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 bum. But if we think of a choir, it would be da 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 da. Not legato, of course, but almost legato. So I would suggest a little bit faster, a registration with a warm registration, warm sound, a vocal sound, for instance, with principles, and the notes connected a little bit more. Do, 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 do. Can you play the last bar of the fugue and then continue? So the timing of the rests is very important. It's not only the notes what's important, but also the rests. pam, 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 pam. So the timing also is important. So immediately it's the ta, pam, 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 pam. You could try to play it on two manuals with like a fagotto in the bass. We have a nice 16-foot reed on the third manual. Could you try it with the 16-foot reed? Pop, 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 pom. And then a good registration here. And then. So this was the joyful Italian lady. We had the singing lady. We had the virtuoso lady. And now we have the solemn lady with playing in the French style. And maybe, just a suggestion, to use the grand jeu, not the plein jeu, but so with reeds. So 16, 8, 4, 2, and then the reeds. So a reed plenum, and not the plein jeu, the plenum of the mixers. So principal 16, principal 8, octave 4, trumpet 8, trumpet 16. Reeds in the pedal. This is the 32-foot. And then very solemn. Pam, pa, pam, 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 pa, pam. So the Italian lady, pa, 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 pam, da-yam, pa, pa. And now, pam, pa. You are again the queen. So from the beginning. Tam, pa, pam, 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 pam. And take your time. Yeah, that sounds too normal. It's more heavy. Pam, pa, pam. Almost over-punctuated in the French style. Pam, pa, pam. Yes, pam, pam. You can wait sometimes. So this entry, please, very late. Pam, pa, pam, then it has more weight. Oh, go on, and now the moment is coming. Yeah? Thank you, German, French, Italian lady, and old lady, old vocal style lady. Perfect, very good, thank you.
새로운 저의 또 북독일 음악의 시작이 될 것 같고요. 또 교수님께서 알려주신 그 티칭 하나하나 또 3개씩 또 6개씩 모두 기억하고 또 새로운 레지스트레이션과 또 생각하지 못했던 부분의 음악을 생각해보는 기회가 될 것 같습니다. 감사합니다.
Really good way, just listen to what the organ is telling you. So the organ is always the teacher. It's for romantic music, it's for modern music, but lock yourself up and only listen to what's happening. I can talk about touch or about registration. You have to choose this stop or this stop. Use your ears, play on the good organ and do it as much as possible. And then you will have the result, I'm sure. You can experience yourself because you are a musician.